Roast pork as tender as ribeye with parsnip and peaches. That's a half a pork loin. See the center? The rest would be the sirloin end. That's the blade end, the end that we want. The rest of this I'm going to cut into chops. This is going to be our roast. If you have any excess fat, give it a trim, but mine looks pretty good. This is a big piece of meat, so season it liberally. Roll it on your board to pick up all that salt and pepper, and dust it with flour. This roast is almost too tender, so it will benefit from being tied. Once, twice, for a surgeon's knot that will hold itself. One more time to keep it there. Take the long end of your string, make a loop, and stick the head of your roast through the loop. Cinch it tight, and you're on your way to tying a roast. Just keep looping until you're done. This roast is getting 4 loops. Turn it over and pull that string through. Tie your 2 ends together and you've got yourself a roast. You could start with oil, but we have trimmings, so we're starting with those. This way we use everything and add flavor. But when you're done, you're done. That's how I want to sear my roast. The idea is to sear it on all 4 sides. We're looking to make a gravy, so we're adding onions, celery, and carrots, which you're going to need salt and pepper too. And some garlic and foil is going to hitch a ride. That's going into a 300-degree oven to roast. Not only are parsnips white, but they're usually more tapered than a carrot. They do require a peel, like a carrot. Cut relatively the same size so that they cook evenly. Any oven-safe dish will do. Plenty of salt, and parsnips are always best when cooked with cream. Top them off with water, parchment for insurance. This pot has a lid. If yours doesn't, cover tightly with foil. Yeah, you could do these on the stove, but these are hitching a ride with that roast. First peaches of the season. Simply cut in half. Pits removed, obviously. These peaches need brown sugar, a knob of butter, vanilla, and bourbon. And I know that's pork, but you don't want to overcook it. Like 137, perfect. Set that roast aside and pull that garlic and add some stock. We're going to want plenty of gravy, and these veggies are going to provide the flavor. The key is to not overcook your pork or undercook your parsnips. You want them to be tender. When it's time to serve, my peaches are going under the broiler. A grill would be perfect too. Don't try and mash these by hand. You want to use a good blender. You want to get them going first. You want them nice and smooth. Adding cold butter at the end. Yeah, those are going to be nice. Yeah, those are going to be good. Remember that garlic you roasted? And I'm adding a little cornstarch slurry to thicken at the end. See? That's cooked perfectly. Look at that. Perfect. I'll lay down some of that parsnip puree. A piece of that roast pork. Some of that roast garlic gravy. And a roasted peach. Piece of fried sage would be perfect on that.
Oh, holy shit. That pork is delicious. Very tender.
So tender.
That's a good mouthful of food, that whole combination right there.
And the parsnip?
With the peach and the parsnip and the roast pork. That is like home-cooked, soul food kind of.
Just make this once and they'll be asking for roast pork with parsnip again.
It's a summer comfort food meal. Killer combination.